What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Trinity Road Tape. State is coming off of a 45-33 defeat at Duke. That was certainly not a particularly fun game to watch. There is some good stuff to look at from this game, from a passing game perspective and a run game perspective. And if you like questionable defensive zone structures from a defense perspective as well. I like to focus on the positive plays for these videos just because they're more fun. And this was one of the best balls that CJ Bailey has ever thrown at NC State. It's pretty close to the best one ever. This was a banger. And there's a couple things I wanted to look at with this play because it's not just his delivery here, but it's also like there's some good processing, pre-snap processing that takes place here to recognize what's happening, and there's some good play design from Kurt Roper. And so we're gonna look at both of those. This is four verts from NC State, right? This is uh, technically it's switch verts, right? So Justin Joly is going to be lined up here before this replay starts. This is as far back as the replay goes, but and then they're going to motion him across the formation. They're going to switch release the boundary side and run four verticals, right? So he's going to come out here, crossover. I think that's Noah Rogers and run a vertical, right? Rogers is going to run a vertical, and then I think this is Keenan Jackson down here is going to run a vertical. And then Terrell Anderson is also going to run a vertical. So switch four verts or switch verts, you can call that. And I like this a lot. If you have followed the channel last season, you know this was a really common play for NC State. Definitely it's go-to middle of field closed cover three beater by far. And they haven't ran it quite as much this year. Sometimes it's hard to see what is and isn't for verticals from the crummy TV camera that doesn't show you the routes developing beyond 10 yards. We did get, luckily, the all 22 of this play, but they ran it 4 or 5 times against ECU, which is a lot. I don't think they ran any variations of it against Virginia or Wake Forest, but we do see it here. And if you watched our video from before the season about what we wanted to see from Kurt Roper's offense, right, from his first year as offensive coordinator, this is really cool because this is one of the things specifically that we mentioned. They're matchup hunting here with Justin Joly. So everybody knows what kind of matchup problem Justin Joly is. This motion it's a matchup hunting technique. So he's over here, right, at the beginning. Number two is Duke's going to play man coverage at the end of this. So number two is his responsibility, right? He's covering Justin Joly. You've probably heard before that if you run a motion like this and that guy runs with that motion, it's a man coverage indicator. And if he doesn't, it's a zone coverage indicator. That's not really true all the time. Not every team will play it that way, and Duke is one that will not. And this is State, right, watching film and figuring out the best ways to attack Duke's defensive process. So Justin Joly is going to run this motion here. Number two was responsible for him. They're just going to bump this coverage over, and this guy is now going to be manned up on Justin Joly. Now that's good for State. I don't know who that guy is or if he's good or what position he even is. I think he's a linebacker, but he is now responsible for Justin Joly, and you can use that to change the person that's covering him and create mismatches, and it works here. It works. Like you'll see, Justin Joly wins. Right, he's open here. The ball doesn't go there for good reason, but he comes open there when he runs right the boundary vertical here, and it's cool to see there, just to see that functioning as part of the offense. But on to the actual play. So the safety here obviously aligned on the boundary hash is probably the main reason why Bailey does not look that way post snap, but pre snap. He's going to identify that he has cover one man and pick his shot. And you're going to do that by a concept really called the coverage triangle, which is a very basic pre-snap read concept that will help you identify what the coverage is going to be, or at least give you clues, right? I mean, you're not going to get every single one right. It's not going to be right every time, but It'll at least give you some clues. And so the triangle, really safety, corner, and then you're in a 2x2 here. What is this guy doing? And they kind of form a triangle. So starting off here with the safety, right, that's your first look. First look for the quarterback, line of scrimmage, always a safety. Safety or safeties. You have one safety in the middle of the field here. So you're thinking, right, this is cover one or this is cover three. Right? That probably eliminates, most other forms, categories of coverage there. And so you're running four verticals. So you're either going to be picking your matchup here and attacking it because you got cover one, or you're going to be reading seam to seam as a cover three play, a cover three beater. So that's your first clue. Right? You've got information now as the quarterback. What is the number two player here doing? What is the corner doing here? Well, the corner very much looks like he's playing man coverage, right? He's squatted, right? He's manned up here. He's in press. He's got man eyes, right? His eyes are on the receiver. So not only does this very clearly look like man coverage, but you're also very interested in this matchup because it's press, right? And so that's something that is going to be at this point, right? You think this is cover one, right? And then this guy looks like he's got man eyes also. You're thinking I've got cover one here. And so if that's the case, usually what you're going to do here is you're going to attack the boundary one way or the other. The safety in the middle of the field provides help on the seams. Most of the time, he cannot get to the boundary, particularly here when he's aligned on the opposite hash of Terrell Anderson. So you got press down here. That was a great oval by me, but you got press down here. You got one high safety, cover one man. So you're basically looking for your matchup here. And this guy is a long way away from Terrell Anderson. So you like the look of this. You like the way that this looks. And so Bailey is going to say, I'm going here. So we'll start this video. Joly snaps the ball. Quick look at the safety here. I don't have this video queued up, but there was a game last year. I think it was Louisiana Tech, his first ever game, where he got to look just like this. Cover one, running four verts, attack the boundary, but stared it down right from the snap, and the safety was actually able to get all the way over there and almost intercepted the ball. So this is good. Quick look at the safety. Hold him. Confirm the coverage. Hold the safety. Like that. Get over to it. Let it go. And you can see, like, Joly's gonna get relatively open up there, as well as what we were talking about, right? He's got a little bit of a mismatch. And that's just what we were talking about earlier. But obviously the ball goes where it's supposed to go here. And then, you can't really throw this ball any better than this. Just a drop in the bucket perfectly. You can't really throw it any better than that. One of the plays, or one of the criticisms of Bailey last year, was on plays like this, he would tend to leave the ball inside a little bit and throw it just on a missile, right, on a rope. Look how much air gets under this ball. This could fall through a bucket that's sitting on the ground. So that is a significant amount of improvement throwing a ball like that from his freshman year. And it's a really awesome play. This drive unfortunately ended with a disaster, but just for the sake of this play, good pre-snap identification, good pre-snap reads, good decision, excellent ball. It's a lot of growth from the quarterback, and he keeps getting better, so that's exciting to watch.